Hi, welcome to another program. This week we want to talk about a very important incident that happened recently in Turkey, especially in the Ekrem İmamoğlu Istanbul municipality. Now, as you know, he has been elected in last year, or this year, sorry, as mayor of Istanbul again, with the overwhelming votes by the Istanbul people, constitutes. He is also seen as a next figure to be a president in Turkey. However, there have been a lot of discussion also around him ongoing, such as if he is different from Erdogan or not. And the recent incident shows that he may not be very much different. Now, I have to remind you, when I am doing this program, I am also a member of CHP, or where Mr. Imamoğlu also is registered to. I'm a party member more than maybe 10 years, I cannot remember. And I have been voting for the party since I'm eligible to vote since 18 years old. So which means around, I will say, 30 years I have been doing, 30 years, 30 years I have been doing so. So this is the issue. Mr. Imamoğlu has invited 36 reporters from different social media, newspapers, magazines, and others to Italy for the ceremony of a signature for 2027 Istanbul Games, International Games in Istanbul. Now, of course, this is a very important, I will say, an event that should be covered up by social media, and others, but the budget has been spared by the Istanbul municipality. Okay, it's not being covered by the social media companies where these reporters are working for, or any others. In the United States, when the president is, let's say, going for an election, of course, the Air Force, or the Air Force One, which is the presidential plane, is used, and then what happens is that White House administration writes a check to, let's say, in that regard, Biden's party, Democratic Party, and Democratic Party is covering all these expenses, right? So this is not really state affairs, but it will be personal, or as we say here, party affairs. And party is going to cover up these expenses, right? Now, if you look at this is not personal or even not CHP expenses. This is directly Istanbul mayor or Istanbul's budget, which has been collected by taxes. So the issue here is not he has invited or not. This incident shows that he is not very much different from Erdogan as mentality, because as you may know, Turkey has a very bad economy, and we are seeking for somebody who is going to help us to recover the economy from today to much more higher level, better level. And he, like Erdogan, is not caring about this, so he's spending budget as he wants, as his pleasure. So he hired a Boeing from Turkish Airlines. He hired all the hotels for these reporters and other things, and he spent it for nothing. It's not for the nothing. I mean, we have already won the games, so nothing should be done in order for promotions. This is just for promotion for his own image within Turkey. That's all. And he has used it. So this already shows that he is not different than Erdogan. The second thing is about the reporters. Now, some of these reporters, or most of them, are Turkish reporters, and they have been writing and giving some YouTube channels for the Turkish media. And a couple of them are also working for the international media, such as Mengü. Miss Mengü, Nevşin Mengü also has been working for Deutsche Welle channel, which is well respected in Germany. And she has been criticizing Özgür Özel, who is the party leader, CHP party leader, that after the election, he invited a AK Party reporter to the headquarters, and he gave Özgür Özel an invitation for, I think, a marriage or a ceremony or something like that. Anyway, and then she was really mourning about he's a troll. He has not been suggesting nice broadcasts against CHP and his leadership. And while she was doing the best, why they are invited but not hers, or she was implying these kind of stuffs. Now she has been invited directly, and after that, even her criticism, Özgür went to her and they made a program with her as CHP. So these kind of things are also indicating what kind of ethics our reporters have. Now, from now on, Ismail Saymaz, who is also one of the big commentator against Erdogan and Erdogan administration, are going to say something against how Erdogan and the AK Party is wasting the government money and so on and so forth. I will be really, how can I say, not ruling out or saying against that he is wrong, but I'm just going to say that while he's spending, you are spending too, because as a reporter, they have no idea maybe who's paying this, but they know who's paying this, right? Of course, nobody is going to tell them we are inviting you. If Istanbul mayor is saying that we are inviting you, it means Istanbul mayor, not CHP. So they got the invitation officially. Secondly, they know that it is going to be paid by Istanbul municipality. So while it's paid by the taxpayer, how come they are going there? Why they are going there? Why their own media companies are saying that we are going to cover our own man. I am going to give the ticket for this, and we are going to send him or her to the Europe for this and that. Why? Why? What's the reason for that? So this already indicates that the ethics also in press or media is on the ground, like our politics. The politicians in Turkey is also, they have almost no ethics at all. It's a global problem, but in Turkey even it's a more problem, let me say like this. But when it comes to the press, who is also criticizing AK Party about the moral ethics, now once they are in that plane, they have no right to say anything from now on. Now, I am going to say this, I am a member of CHP. I want my party also, of course, to rule and administer the Turkey to better, but if it is the case, it will not happen. I mean, now we see that what is coming up, Imamoğlu is not the right guy. Let's be honest, he made a great mistake and he did it knowingly just to increase the efficiency or the image of his personal view before the people. What has happened is that it has been covered and it's going to be used by the oppositions in the coming elections. Now they are much more silent. They are much more silent because they want this to accumulate so that they can use it in future against him. That's the issue. So this will enable AK Party to win more electorals in future, not as of today, once also economy is going to start up a little bit recover. And that's the thing we are making mistakes. Again, I am saying, it's nothing to do with CHP because CHP hasn't done also in the elections to win the elections. They only lean on the bad actions of AK Party. They have made everything worse and the people went from right to left. That's all. We didn't develop politics or that. Now I am seeing, or what the people are saying and talking also on the streets, that is there any difference between Imamoğlu and CHP? Imamoğlu also poses himself as an ex-president in Turkey, but is there any differences in mentality? And my answer at this moment, it seems not. So let's see what will happen. So give a thumb up for us and waiting for your comments about this. Have a nice day. Bye.